Valorant Episode 6 Act 3 is almost here with a new map rotation and some changes that you got to know about. A new game mode that will change everything, a reward system that's in the works, and new agent leaks. There's so much we gotta cover in this news roundup, so make sure you stick around to the end so you don't miss out on what's been happening in Valorant, and let's get into it. Now, Episode 6 Act 3 goes live on April 25th, so depending on when you're seeing this, you have a little bit of time to get that rank that you've been pining for, but outside of that, you need to know that in the new act, Bind will be replacing Icebox, and for those of you who haven't played on Bind, it did recently get some changes as of the new patch. A lot of things are different, including the teleporter being vastly different. Many of the choke points are changed, and I think this is pretty par for the course, where every single time a map leaves the map pool for competitive, when it comes back with quite a few changes. We saw that recently with maps like Split. And while we're probably not getting a new map or a new agent in this act, we are getting the Premier Global Open Beta. Now, this brand new game mode is going to allow you to create teams of 7, compete for qualifying points against other teams, and you're going to be put in a skill division depending on the average rank of the players that are in your group. Now, not only are you going to have the chance to win prizes in this mode, but if you compete and win, you're going to qualify for the Premier Game Mode Tournament, where you're going to have a very similar to Pro picks and ban system, and you can compete to be the tournament champion in your region, in your tier. Now, in addition to this, Riot has future plans to combine this mode with actually qualifying for real pro matches that will lead you potentially all the way to Ascension. So the idea that you can combine an in-game mode with pro play is really sick, and I can't wait to see all the crazy prizes and the development that this mode goes through as they continue to work on it. But definitely make sure to get involved, because I promise you, all of the complaints that many people have in ranked are just not there in scrim play, and it's so freaking fun. So I personally would highly recommend it. Now, in other news, there's going to be a daily reward system being added to the game. It seems to be prepped right now. Doesn't seem like it's going to be in this act, but it's going to be sometime down the line, and this is how it works. You're going to earn diamonds by playing matches or rounds in different game modes, and then each completed diamond gives you plus 100 XP, and there are 4 diamonds that can be earned daily, and there will also be daily bonuses. Now, at this time, it's unclear what will be inside the box, but the biggest guess in the community is that it's going to be Radiant, because those things are so hard to unlock, and a lot of people that buy many skins don't have enough Radiant to unlock all the variants. So I would love to see some type of encouragement to play multiple modes, get awarded Radiant, and then you can have whatever variant that you please, assuming you play the game enough. I think that's fair, but let me know down below what you think should be in the box, and how do you feel about skins and skin prices in Valorant right now, period. I want to hear your opinion. Now, players are incredibly mad right now at a lot of the new changes that Riot made to Valorant, claiming that they're out of touch. This Reddit thread actually completely blew up, talking about 3 changes in particular: the headshot banner that everyone loved and they took it away for UI clarity, the chat being removed after the game, which just seems kind of a strange change, and the new UI, especially with the Killjoy ultimate, that is actually just an ultimate non-clarity factor, which seems to completely contradict the first headshot banner removal for UI clarity in the first place. The top comment said this, and I thought it was incredibly accurate and funny. When the supervisor enters the room, you have to pretend you're working type changes. That's kind of what they seem like. Just changes for the sake of it, not changes for a real intention. And maybe with enough community feedback, we'll actually get some of these changes reverted. But let me know, do you like these changes, or do you think they're completely useless? I want to hear your opinion about it. Now, we always get leaks of agents in the form of code names. We had Smoke Dancer for Harbor, we had Aggro Bot for Gecko, and now we get a new leaked code name, Cashew. Now, I'm not gonna lie, unlike the other leaked names, this gives me actually zero freaking idea what this agent is, but we do know that this agent is most likely a Sentinel, so we don't know a lot, but we know this agent's gonna be pretty nutty. Okay, I'll stop. Now, in some wild esports news, former best player in the world, Ye, actually got signed to Disguised Toast and will be playing today, or maybe tomorrow or the day before, depending on when you're seeing this. Due to complications with his contract, he was not allowed to play in Franchised. Imagine the best player in the previous meta not playing in your tier 1 league, but we finally get to see him play against tier 2 teams, and I'm incredibly excited to see how it's gonna go. Remember, Ye was probably the best player in the world on Optic in Chamber meta, and the meta is vastly different, so we're gonna have to see how he adapts. But Ye has always been El Diablo as a Jet player, so I think he's gonna do just fine. In other news, TenZ is getting a ton of heat right now for performing very poorly in his last match on Sentinels. And while some constructive criticism is okay, TenZ not only had a hand injury, but he most likely had COVID and still played in the match due to the fact that if he couldn't play, his team had to withdraw. Now, honestly, even if you don't play well, just pushing through when you're sick and injured to play, I think deserves some amount of props. On top of that, recently, head coach of Sentinels, Psycho, got dropped from the roster, and TenZ is going to sit out temporarily, and Marv is going to play in his stead. Another top-tier player in the running for one of the best players in the world in the previous meta is finally going to play again, but actually in franchise. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to see all the new developments that are happening right now. But let me know, do you watch pro play? Why and why not? Let me know down below. But if you've been really wanting to climb, there's never been a better time to join SkillCapped. Not only is our Discord coaching popping off and players are finding immense value out of it, but more players than ever are improving using our website. So if you want to improve incredibly quickly, do yourself a favor and check it out right now down below.